It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Your body is a house.
Oh, hello. Are you talking about me today?
No, I'm not talking about you today. I'm talking about the human house. But I do see you with your family tree, all your roots. Yep, you all are a big family.
You are self. You are that light bodied being. So that's why you will hear people say go inside self. You really are self. Inside a body. So when you hear people be talking about go inside self and tap in and all this and all that, what they really trying to say, what they really should be saying, is that you have to detach. In order to know who you really are, you have to detach from the body. You have to stop associating yourself with the condensed life known as your body. I done stated before that spirits believe, souls know. So anybody who use words like I believe this or I believe that, they either a soul now vibrating on a spiritual frequency, or they are a spirit themselves, or they have a spirit attached to their aura and is lower in their vessel and is making them make decisions based upon what they could accept emotionally. The spirit world, aka the lunar realm, is a cemetery for low vibratorial entities, spirits and souls. Souls who once used to vibrate high, now vibrating low, you know, doing degenerate things. That's the spirits. And you have spirits on your aura if you entertain in the artificial world, which would be the spirit lusts you. It needs to trick you, should I say, so it could attach itself to your aura because a spirit cannot feel like how we feel. In order for you to feel, you need a vessel, which is a body, which you touch certain things and that energy is transmitted through your senses and it sends a recognizable signal to the brain so you feel. But spirits cannot feel. It's a numb feeling that spirits feel all the time. I done gave the examples about heroin fiends using heroin all their damn life. Then they place in the environment where there's no heroin, they go crazy. That's why spirits go mad because everybody on this plane right now that's living their lifestyle, their habits, how they love how it makes them feel. So they get burnt out. So when you get burnt out, you get sent to the spirit world. So now you all about feeling. You can't feel a damn thing over there. So what you need to do next? You need to find someone who's vibrating low enough so you can see them, and then attach yourself to their aura and manipulate them to do acts that's involved in feeling. So when they feel, they could transfer that feeling to the spirit. Because feeling becomes a drug to the spirits. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the spirit world. This is intel that I got from the spirit world, and I ain't never heard nobody broke it down like how I'm breaking it down. Because I actually been there, communicated with spirits and all that. So I know exactly what's going on. I ain't just making none of this up. This is real talk right here.
When you were little, you had a hole in your head, and you still do. When you have a cold, you can cover it up, and that'll make you cough less, and that'll keep you from catching the cold too. You see the people over in Israel with those little caps on, they have their heads covered up, like they're not telling you what the four letters, the actual African name of God. Um, they're not going to tell you why they're covering their heads, but I'm telling you why. So they have their little hats. You have a hole in your head right there. And as you can see, they have their heads covered up. Yes, that'll keep you from coughing. That'll keep things from entering through that hole in your head as other holes in your body, just like this house, for example. All of these compartments. That's why you have arthritis in your ankles, your knees, lots of stuff, lots of holes. and you got your stomach making noises, growling like your stomach is alive, telling you it wants more food, or even mention certain stuff and your stomach starts growling. And then if you don't feed it, then it'll give you a headache or make your stomach hurt with hunger pains, or you might even have parasites. Watch bad stuff on television? You just open the door, like this house right here. Your body is like a house. You're saying welcome. You're sitting up there watching these scary movies, horror movies, people get cut up, killed up, and everything, and your eyes are taking that in. Anyway, like I said, you have holes all over, just like this house right here. You are the soul, and you are possessing a body. You have been privileged to come on this earth and possess a body and go through a test so you can ascend, not to keep reincarnating.
No, but see, if you pick up the gun in the first place to do that, you have a spirit on you. Because the spirit is about chaos and it needs to feed. It don't matter if it's what y'all want to call love is really lust. They feed off lust, they feed off fear, they just feed off lower senses. They feed off anger, they feed off pain. Anything they can feed off, they want to feed off of. So if you picking up a gun to go lay somebody down, you already got a spirit on you. And which means you got a bad diet. You eating false food. You know what I'm saying? They encode hybrid foods to attract spirits by way of magnetism. Some foods, they encode spirits in, a spiritual frequency in the food, so that when you eat it sends out like a beacon. And now these damn spirits can see you because you're vibrating so damn low. Because if you're vibrating high, they can't see you. If you're vibrating low, they can see you and they tag you and then they on you. They could be on you for like 10,000 incarnations. You won't even know it because they make sure that your family tree, which is your whole family, they would make sure that they would keep a majority of those members within your family throughout those thousands and thousands of generations down the line. They would make sure that they keep their genes vibrating on a low frequency so they could keep tagging them. As soon as they come out the womb, boom, they tagging them again.
Tonight's speaker has been none other than Cellfluid on YouTube. Please subscribe to his channel. Oh yeah, I forgot. Before we leave, would you like to see something? If you go outside and look up in the sky, like a summer sky, you will see these little tiny white lights moving around back and forth, just all over, just like sparkling lights. And I don't know what they are. I can look at my arm and see them on my arm too. And I actually think that they are like souls up there, like the souls that's in the testicles, but they're up in the sky and they're all over and they're all inside of us, and we lose them when we sneeze. You might see stars just like they show you on the cartoons. You'll see stars. So you must try that experiment yourself. Go outside, look up in the sky without the chemtrails up in the sky now, and you'll see like these tiny white lights just moving. I wonder if that's the Matrix. I wonder if those are like the souls that haven't ascended or waiting for bodies. In the film Mission to Mars, Gary Sinise, he was filled up with amniotic fluids at the end so he can ascend to the spacecraft. So you got the amniotic fluids, which is also here, as you can see here. Same thing, amniotic fluids that they're not telling you about that's in the sky, maybe. And then you have the sneeze, the sneezing out stars. And you can read this right here. Or it could be electrolytes. They have many names for one thing. There you go again. Go outside, look up in the sky, in the summer sky, and you'll see these little white lights just moving like little tiny, like little sperm. Somebody else can make a video on this. All I can do is show you the pictures. Good night and amen.
It shows that the level of intelligence that surrounds you supersedes your capabilities to actually to be able to comprehend what's happening, because you believe, you don't know. So you have a prison for your minds. For everybody, You're not Hindu. You're none of these things. It's all a title that you adopted when you came here. It could be based on family tradition, and that those traditions is ignorant as hell, or it could be based on you. And family traditions is normally something that people gravitate towards that they like. It all goes back to the ego. It ain't no way around it. The Moors can't stop being Moors because they like being Moors. They don't know that they are gods and goddesses. They don't know that. You are a soul inside of a body. This planet is an illusion. This ain't the real planet. Come on, man. There's a higher Earth than this. There's an Earth on a higher frequency that's Earth like this, but it's a higher Earth. You always hear about these people talking about another Earth. A respirator is no different than a damn generator. You hook the generator. You have generators that's hooked up to a house or apartments or whatever, or office buildings, whatever. And then when the power goes out, meaning that the functionalities in the body is not functioning on a high power rate, the generator would kick in, but it's low wattage. It doesn't have the necessary wattage as the spirit or the soul to keep the body running at a standard rate. It's like low power. So it keeps certain functionalities on, like the lights, certain access doors you could get in, things like that. Limited power you have. The same thing with the damn generator. When the body is hooked up to the generator, aka the life support machine, you know what I'm saying? It keeps basic functionalities on, which is the ability for the body to breathe in hopes to get the brain activity going. Because if that power, aka air, oxygen, is not surrounding the brain at an alarming rate, and the brain is not heavily secreted in mucus, it's supposed to be secreted in brain matter, but now these days people got snot for brain matter. So if it's a
Okay, and that was Cellfluid. Please subscribe to his channel. Now you know you are a soul living in a body, and your body is like a house. And you have the orbs, amniotic fluids, electrolytes. It's up to you to decide. Use your common sense. Think for yourself. Good night. Amen.